Hey guys, so me Drea here with Fancy's Regenerative Farm, or I changed it, Fancy's Farm. um, anyway, coming to you real right now. My house is a mess. I mean, it's not a wreck. I could whip it into shape pretty quick, but it looks like a wreck. So, anyways, typically I would get it tidied up in here, but I thought if I wait around for that forever, it's probably not going to get around to doing the video. So, and I keep pushing it off because it's been kind of busy and crazy, and I keep waiting for that right moment. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. The kitchen's going to be what it is. It's not like normally I'm up on it, but I left early this morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning, to go deliver. We have puppies that we're trying to sell, so my oldest and I went and delivered a puppy at 4 o'clock in the morning, 2 hours away, got home, and just noticed it kind of got dark in here. Hopefully you can see me okay. But anyways, came home, went to my mom. She needed something, and so we visited there for a while, then came here and hit the ground running, basically. I didn't have time to come in the house and deal with stuff. I just came home to, you know, what it's like when you leave your husband and kids home. Now, he only had 2, but he had the 2 younger ones that, you know how it is. It doesn't stay great. So that's okay. So I did not have time to tidy up and fix up the house and do my dishes, blah, blah, blah. So, because he made breakfast for the kids too, which was pretty amazing. He made pancakes. So they actually had a good morning. But anyways, yeah, I missed last week because we jumped up and decided to go to Canada and spend it with Joel's parents for Canadian Thanksgiving. Just trying to get my hair. My hair's a mess. Anyways, so that was really fun. It was pretty much last minute because anyways, whatever. So we had to button up a few things around here, take care of some birds, blah, blah, blah. To head up there. So we were gone for 4 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Got home late Monday night. Anyway, so we were gone 4 days. And I have to tell you, because we went to Canada, there was no way I could get around not buying a coffee. That was just impossible. So, I broke the challenge for that time, for that time period. So yeah, but I'm back on track. We're getting really low on toilet paper. We're practically out of garbage bags. We've only got like these little dinky bags left. And we're getting very low on baby wipes. So I have to admit, I'm getting a little worried because I'm like, we still have a couple more weeks to get through October. So I'm going to see how that unfolds. We'll see. We'll see if it makes it. Maybe a miracle will be performed and those things will stretch to the end of the month. So crossing our fingers that everything stretches up. So anyways, yeah. So other than that, I am back onto the challenge since we've been home from Canada. So, but like I said, we are low on a few items and I'm practically out of pepper. Anyways, running low on some things, starting to fill it. Still have 2 more weeks to go. So we're going to see how it unfolds. We'll see. Anyway, so going strong again. And then, yeah, so came home and now we got to do like hardcore harvesting. I mean, not necessarily. We don't have a giant garden. Hardcore harvesting would be like major canning, and I'm basically not canning at all this year. So next year, hopefully, but not this year. So we did get about two. Hold on, let me think. 1, 2. Now I'm losing track. I think about 2.5 wheelbarrowfuls of potatoes, possibly 3 wheelbarrowfuls. Anyways, we got a good amount of potatoes. Sweet potatoes did nothing for us this year. Last year they did amazing. This year nothing. So that's okay. We'll try next year. This was our first year here with sweet potatoes, so we'll see how it goes next year. Anyways, I have an idea of what kind of went wrong, but my potatoes, we've got a ton, and I should show you, but Joel has this big giant box he made, like, I don't know, 4x2 or 4x3 maybe. Anyways, good size box that we used for a brooder in the past, long time ago. Anyways, we used it for a brooder, and so I thought maybe it'll make do. We're hoping to get we're still hoping for a root cellar this year. We have plans of getting a septic tank, a big giant septic tank, burying it deep in the ground, and then making that our root cellar. I don't know, he'll vent it and stuff, but that's our idea. It seems like a really quick fix, like get a root cellar in. We need a root cellar. We have not done it yet. That's kind of what we're thinking about, what we want to do. If you have like, oh, no, don't do that, that is not going to work, let me know. I would love it. I would appreciate any tips or suggestions, but that is what we are planning on right now as of this moment. Hopefully soon, within the next couple of weeks, we want to get a big septic tank, one of those, I think, plastic kinds. I don't know. A big septic tank, bury it below the ground, 3 feet down, below surface. So it's going to be much deeper, because I think Joel said it's like 6 feet tall or 9 feet tall. It's pretty big. Anyways, by 10 to 16 feet long. I don't know exact measurements, but good size. And it would store up I could put all my potatoes, all of our spaghetti squash, and then all the potatoes. Did I say? Pumpkins. All the pumpkins, all the spaghetti squash, and all the potatoes down there. I got a bag full. So I got a bag full of onions. Let's see if I can. These are all onions. Not tons. I would have hoped, I would like more, but that's okay. This is our first year. So next year we really are getting an idea. Okay, this is what we need, this is the amount we need to plant for this, and blah, blah, blah. We're getting a much better idea. This is just our first year. So that's what I got. And honestly, I wanted to dry out my onions and braid them and everything. Didn't work out. So I'm just going to go a fast and quick way, since there's not a crazy amount of onions. I would like to ferment them and then store them in the fridge until I have the cold storage, which will be the root cellar. Then I will transfer them down into the root cellar. Just so it's full of probiotics. It's a way you can have shelf-stable fermented items and not have to pressure can or water bath or anything, any canning at all. That sounds way easier to me. And honestly, I've done some fermenting in the past, and my family didn't quite like it, and I didn't quite like it either. It was a bit of a strong flavor. I think maybe if I tried now, we might like it a lot more. We've changed a lot from 3 years ago to now in how we eat. So we probably would enjoy it, but it's not even about that, to be honest. It's just about getting it all prepped, and all I would have to do when I go to cook is grab my fermented sliced onions and add them into a dish. Just shake it out and add it into a dish. And that's what I want. I want something nice and easy, and that I don't have to can or anything, and I can just store for now in the fridge, but it will move to the cold storage once we get our root cellar in. So that is the plan for my onions. I am going to do that, and I will probably take a video of that. And then for my potatoes, I stored up most of them in that box, and I did straw, potatoes, straw, potato, straw, potatoes, whatever. The whole layer effect. And then straw on top. And for now, it's not very cold. It's actually very warm. Like we have rain for the next week or so. So we know it's going to be above freezing for a while. So I'm not too stressed about the potatoes at the moment, because we're really hoping we can get the root cellar in next week. The guy is supposed to come out and dig a hole and drop the tank. So we're really hoping next week we'll get it in. So I think the potatoes should be just fine in that box out in the barn. Yeah, so I think they should be fine. Did he fall asleep? No. Anyways, so yeah, so I stored all the good ones, the undamaged potatoes, in there. Any sort of damage, any sort of scratch or questionable look, anything you don't want to put in there, because it will just taint everything else. So I only did the good ones there. I did have a few extra good ones that didn't quite fit in the box, and so I just brought them in the house. That's okay. So I have about, I'm looking at it right now, I have about 1/4, probably a quarter, probably a little more, a fat quarter of a wheelbarrow of potatoes in here. And then I have a bucket, and then I have a rack of potatoes. So my guess is I've got a solid half wheelbarrow full of potatoes to process that I cannot put in that box. And really, there was a few that were good that I could have stored in some other thing out in the barn, but I thought, you know what, I don't even care. There's not that many. I'll process them out. So my plan is I was going to can them, but that sounded like a ton of work. And I was talking to my friend. She came down and visited today, and she suggested, why not dehydrate them? And I'm like, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I didn't think about that. Yes, I am going to dehydrate them. I love my dehydrator, and I have been using it a lot, and that is absolutely what I'm going to do. So I am going to dehydrate all these potatoes, which could be a process because there are quite a few, but maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe I'll fit a lot more than I expected. So that is what I'm going to get on tonight. I'm going to get a batch going tonight because I have got to get it going because, you know, potatoes, when they're piled on each other, they sweat and then they start molding and blah, blah, blah. It goes fast. So, for right now, they're in the wheelbarrow, but I may think that through. I'm going to see how many I really use up in my dehydrator tonight, and I will try to get a video of that as well. So that's my potatoes. So my potatoes I'm going to dehydrate. The ones that were really good and beautiful are all stored away outside, which will eventually be transported to our root cellar once that's in. The onions that I showed you the bag, I am going to slice up and ferment those. What else is there from the garden? Just the spaghetti squash. We got a lot of spaghetti squash. We got a lot of pumpkins. They're all going to go straight into the root cellar right now. They're perfectly fine in the house. I can't really think of anything else that we got bulk from the garden. We really didn't get, oh, we've got some tomatoes over here. Excuse my mess in my kitchen. I've got a few. Oh, I can't even see right. Anyways. I've got a few tomatoes over there. We didn't get a ton. I've already bagged up 2 or 3 bags, I can't remember now, freezer gallon bags, and that are in the freezer. And it just hit me now. I could have dehydrated them. But I was racing the clock on that one because I had to get them. I had to get the good ones in the freezer because we were going to Canada and I knew they'd be bad by the time I got home. So that I was racing the clock on. These, I still have some time. I could pop them in the dehydrator. Or I know there's green tomatoes. There's green things that I can do. Like there's things I can do with green tomatoes. But I'm like, there's not that many. I'm probably just, they're turning red nicely. So I'm probably just going to keep letting them go until they're all red. But I might start, I don't know if you can see those red ones there. I'll pop those in the freezer because they really are ready to go in the freezer. Or be processed or whatever. And he's falling asleep. And the tray that's turning, I may, since I'll have some time, I may pop those in the dehydrator as well. So I'm probably actually going to try that. Give it a try. We'll see. Anyways, so there's that. Yeah. And that's pretty much it. I can't really think of anything, but that's what's been going on here. We've been just bringing things in from the garden. The garden is pretty much completely harvested. Yeah. Yep. I can't think of anything else that was pretty much it. The deer got a lot, which was sad. That's why I think actually why we weren't successful in our sweet potatoes, because the deer came in and munched them off like quite a while ago. So we thought there probably would be nothing, but I thought I'd give it a try. And so we got 1 sweet potato from each plant. And I think it was mainly the main one that we planted. So that's the only thing. Yeah, it had to have been. So anyways, that, and there was a couple other things that might have affected it as well. So, oh, and then right now, Joel and the kids are out planting, garlic. So I don't think I ever showed you guys, but we have 2 gardens. We have one big giant garden out this window, a big one, like, I can't remember. I don't know. Let's just guess 50 by 200 feet, 50 by 200, a big size garden. And then the other one is so bad at guessing. I don't know, roughly 50 by 50. Anyways, and that was just potatoes, completely potatoes. And those actually did not do so well. The ones in this garden did better, but I think because we forgot to water this one a lot. We forgot to water the potato patch a lot. But this main garden, it was our focus garden, had kind of everything. And so that one never got forgotten. We focused it on that garden. So I think that's why these potatoes didn't do so well. But we still got a good harvest. I mean, next year we should get a lot more. But anyways, yeah, so I was saying, oh yeah, so we pulled all the potatoes out of there. Joel just got done tilling it all. And then I bought, oh, I can't even remember. I bought a ton of these. I can't remember how many bulbs, but a lot of bulbs. Sorry, my hands are dirty. I was out getting potatoes, digging them up. Anyways, I bought a ton of bulbs. So, it worked out to be 450 plus cloves that Joel is in the process of planting. So there's a little over 450. So yeah, so that's what they're working on. He's planting them all, and we're just gonna see how it goes. It only cost us like $50, and we're still gonna have plenty extra. So, yeah, we're gonna have we're hoping a very large harvest from the garlic. So it's sealed up too, which is nice because we did have the chickens in there. And so it's like animal proof. So the dogs and whatever, chickens and blah, can't get inside and wreck our garlic. So it should be totally safe, which is cool. And yeah, he's just popping them all in, and we're just kind of going to see how it works. But if it does really well, it might be something that we might look into later in the future and build up if we go into selling garlic, because it's so easy. You just plant it and you forget about it. You don't have to weed it, nothing. So anyways, we're planting this fall. They won't be ready till, I don't know, June or sometime like that. So anyway, yeah, he's kind of flopping around in here. Yes, so that is just an update on what all is going on around the farm, and kind of on the challenge, how it's going. Yeah, so I broke it those few days because we spent money, and I left the house, was out and about. We even went for store shopping and kind of fully enjoyed it up in Canada. So, yeah. But that's done. Back on the challenge again. Definitely feeling it. Like I said, definitely feeling it. Getting low on some things. Getting a little worried how it's gonna all work out. Obviously, we can't do without toilet paper, so we'll see how long that lasts. Anyways, I can get by without baby wipes, and I can get by without garbage bags, but we cannot get by without toilet paper. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you posted. Anyways, yeah, so we're just harvesting away. And like I said, I'm going to try to get a video for you, when I start dehydrating potatoes and when I, chop up my onions for fermenting. And yeah, so I can't think of anything else. Anyways, I hope you guys are all doing great. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you guys, if you like this, I hope you subscribe and follow us along with our crazy farm. And I promise you, my kitchen will be in order next time I do a video. It's a mess right now. Back in shape real quick here. So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and if you're still sticking with the challenge on your own things, I hope it's going good. Stay strong. We only have a couple more weeks left, and I guess I'll catch you next time. Bye.